Hello. Hello out there, out in this cyberspace, as my grandmama, she used to call it. I hope you can hear me okay. This is Gambit. I'm here because I missed you ever so much. And I was hoping that I might be able to spend a little bit of time with you. Now, I've got a little bit of cards. Maybe we'll do a little solitaire while we are talking. Very nice. These are new cards. I never trust new cards. They are unpredictable. I never know quite what they are going to do. Now, let me say here. Hello there, John. It is good to see you. I am so glad to be on tonight. Gambit, he decided to kick things off a little early. This channel is going to go live on Friday, but I thought he'd give you just a little bit of peek before we got things going. Now, hello, Miguel. It is good to see you. I hope you are doing well. Now, Miguel and John, are you able to hear me all right? John, I knew that you would be interested. Well, hello there, Robin. I was hoping you would get on today. You are my favorite little bird. Oh, good, John. I am hoping I am coming in. I have not done so many of these live ones, so I do not always know, exactly how things will go. That is a fun part about being a thief is you live life on the edge, shall we say. Oh, good, Robin. I am glad to hear it as well. Now, bonjour, mon ami. I'm sorry you can't stay long, Callum, but I'm glad you were able to join in. This is just a little preview for what we are going to do on Friday. We're going to get things going with this channel, but I thought I'd get on just a little early and Gambit to make an appearance and talk to all the wonderful people out there who want to hear. Now, I've got you nice and excited, La Muerta. Now, what card are you thinking of? Was it this one? I think it was. Or was it one of these? No? Gambit has a special relationship with the cards. They are just right. They are just right the size when I charge the kinetic energy. They are nice and light. When that energy gets nice and full, I just throw the card. And then many of my problems are solved. Of course, most of Gambit's problems are caused by himself, shall we say. But I suspect some of you out there are also mutants, no? I suspect some of you out there have powers and abilities far beyond that of mortal man. Robin, I wonder what type of mutant you would be. Robin, I think based on your name, you must be able to fly, no? Perhaps some kind of energy type power. I think that is what Robin has, where she can energize herself and just whoo, fly through the air. Sometimes Gambit's friend Dazzler, she does something like this. She fires into the ground and then whoop up into the air. Oh, now do not be unkind, La Muerta. Robin does no such thing. Now, La Muerta, what type of power would you have with such a name? Do you kill with a touch? No, I do not think so. I do not think that is your way. I think La Muerta is you can make people see when they are going to die. You have the psychic powers, like my good friend Jean Grey. Now, hopefully, you are using these powers for good and not for evil. I do not know if that is true. Gambit is dialing himself a little bit of cards here, and I'm wondering what some of these other people online, what their mutant powers might be. Now, John. John, it is a good, strong name. John Davidson. Hello, Kayla. It is good to see you. Gambit is glad to see you. I'm glad to see all of you tonight. But Kayla, you are an unexpected surprise. Now, John Davidson, I am thinking that you have the super strength like Gambit's friend Colossus. I am thinking that you do not turn into techno organic steel like Mr. Colossus, like Peter Rasputin. But John, I think you have the natural strength. You can lift the cars above your head and throw them into the next city block, that kind of thing. Well, with a name like God of Feet, I would imagine you probably are like Quicksilver. Now, Quicksilver, mon ami, he is a little hard to deal with. He is what the people call a jerk. Gambit does not care. Gambit knows how to deal with people like Quicksilver. You keep him guessing, you keep him wondering, and you always have something behind your back. Because Quicksilver, he is faster than thought. You try and throw something at him, he just catch it or he move out of the way. So you always have to catch him unaware. That is the secret. Ah, now that is quite a power, Callum, is one that you and I share, because Gambit has never done what is known as paying the taxes. So I think that is a very wonderful power for you to have. Ah, so you are liking the live stream role plays, Dwight. Now, this is something I am trying out. Something I perhaps will do later. This is just very simple and lo-fi, as it were. I have some pretty lights that later I will set up, so I will not be quite so grainy. We do not want grainy. Now I did bring my nice microphone. It's my very nice microphone, my Razer, so that I can give you some good sound, hopefully. I'm so glad to be back, Dwight. Why, thank you, uh, Miss Girl, JL Girl XOXXOS. So XOs, I know. Gambit knows what that means. It means kisses. And I have kisses for you, JL. I hope I am looking quite suave. Gambit is always looking nice. I could not bring myself to tie my bow tie. When you've had such a long day TVing and breaking into old facilities filled with valuable antiques, it's hard on a poor working Cajun. Well, hello there, Olivia. That is good, Callum. I think he would indeed become bronze. Of course, Quicksilver would never admit that he is not the fastest creature on Earth. We know it is not true, but I do not tell him, so he does not kill me. Now, I remind you of your first grade teacher, God of Feet. I hope that your first grade teacher was handsome as hell. Yes, Olivia, I have indeed seen Avengers in game. My friends, the Avengers, they are so full of themselves. I am wondering if I will ever have a movie of my own. This Channing Tatum, I do not know if he will do me justice or not. $1 million or a penny that doubles every day? Well, Gambit, of course, he will take the penny that doubles every day. Gambit is no fool. He knows how much money that will have. But, on the other hand, What am I going to do with a million pennies, with a billion pennies? Can you imagine me trying to take that into the store? No, I do not think so. Now, if it will become money, if it will become dollars, then yes, absolutely. Why, thank you, Robin. I appreciate that. This is my basic Cajun accent. It is a bit of a caricature, but I enjoy doing it. My family, I say that a long time ago when I told one of my ghost stories. My family is from Louisiana, but we are not Cajun. But I have run into various Cajuns throughout time, and I enjoy talking to them. Uh, you're saying that do you think I look like Loki, or I do not know what you mean, Olivia. Well, Gakur, I hope that you drift off to sleep with this. I will not be making any loud noises. Hopefully, no commercials will break in and wake you up. Now, where else can you find me? Well, you will be able to find me right here, God of Feet, because Friday, my channel officially launches again. It lives again. In fact, just this evening, I was uploading yet another one. We are going to have a very, very fun time. Oh, now Saxon. I like that Saxon. Yes, 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 yes. That's fun to say. I am glad to be back. Thank you very much. Thank you, Kayla. I hope that it will be amazing. I want you all to be very, very patient with this poor role player. I will be getting my feet wet again. There will be little missteps, little this here and there, but I know you will all be so patient with me. I'm having a lot of fun with my green screen. I just did a new green screen today. My very first green screen. It did not go so well, but it is okay. My second, the third, and fourth, they all go very, very well. I like those very much. Oh, I am glad you are glad. Team Cap or Team Iron Man? Well, come now. I have to be Team Cap, of course. I'm absolutely on the side of Captain America. I am a loyal American. Plus, I always like the underdog. Now, that's a very good question, Red. As it happens, there was I took a little trip to Cairo. Me and Aurora, for old times, she wanted to see where she grew up. You know that Aurora, even though she was born in the United States, she grew up in Cairo. She and I went there, and just for fun, there was this rich man. He had a very special item. It had been stolen from this gentleman in New York. I don't know if you know him. He lives on Bleecker Street. He has this long, flowing red cape, very, very sure of himself. But we said we would get this item back. It was a little kitty cat statue, a little kitty cat statue, if you can believe it. Let me see what else you say. Now, my favorite game to play in the casino, well, of course, it is blackjack. That is Gambit's favorite one to play because if there's one thing that Gambit knows, it is how to read the cards, and no one reads the cards like Gambit. He knows when to hold them and when to fold them. I am glad that you are joined in, Arto. We are just doing a little fun role play, not as serious. I am doing a little Gambit role play here. Now, good night, Olivia. I hope that you sleep tight and do not let the bed bugs bite. Well, we would take a boat there. It is very enjoyable to take a boat ride across the sea, but we were under a bit of a time crunch. If we didn't get this kitty cat statue back, there was going to be some minor thing about the god of Bast coming into the mortal realm and wreaking havoc and destroying all of mankind. Little things like that. They happen all the time. So we took the Lockheed, we took the Blackbird and got there in just a couple of hours. It was a little bit faster. Kayla, I will promise you that you will be seeing more of Gambit because it has gotten such positive response. I listen to my wonderful and I can see very attractive fan base. I listen to you. If you suggest something, I do not promise to do it. I do not promise, but I will always consider any suggestion you give me. And many of the things that I have done, they have been suggestions from you wonderful people. My favorite exploit? I do not know exactly what you mean. That is true. I can throw exploding cards. Now, I do not have to be the cards. I can take any little old item, and charge it up and throw it. But the cards are so small, they're so easy to carry, they are so inexpensive. It is so nice to be able to just take a card, and whenever I need it, I just take the card and I throw the card. And when I need the card, it is always there for me. The cards never betray Gambit, though Gambit has been known to betray a few people. Who would I like to team up with? Well, I do love teaming up with Aurora, with Storm. She is so fun to play with. But of course, my favorite team up is Rogue. Rogue and I, we make such a team. She is all, oh, Gambit, do not touch me. I say, oh, ma chérie, it is worth the risk. Can't you imagine what a great movie she and I would make together? Rogue and I on the silver screen would be absolutely epic, wonderful. Oh, Wolverine is fine. He is intolerable. He has never let me forget that I beat him in the danger room back when he got his adamantium ripped out of him. Most unpleasant. After that, he thought he still had what it took, but Gambit knocked him down with his quarterstaff, put it to his neck, and said, "Bang, mon ami, you're dead." But he is doing fine, you know. He is grumpy and cranky and always threatening to kill Gambit, so he is about the normal. He is off in Canada right now, I think. Yes, you will be able to watch all of this later. It would be on the feed. You will be able to see all of this later if you want to go back or maybe watch it before going to bed. I won't always be able to do these live ones, but I want to try to experiment. I'm going to do a little bit so that I can make it a more pleasant experience for you. A little better lighting, a little better control for sound so that they are more enjoyable. Maybe try a little bit with the headset. What I would like to do is I would like to do a role play with a new headset where I am this Alfred, and Alfred is giving advice to the Batman, and that would be you. So that would be fun. Now, what actress would I like to see her? Well, you know, this Brie Larson would have been fun because she was the Captain Marvel. You know, that is where Rogue gets her powers, is from Captain Marvel. That is why Rogue is so powerful and mighty. But I do not know. I'd have to think about who would play a good Rogue. That young lady who played her back in the early movies, she was fine, but she did not have Rogue's panache. You know, Rogue is so strong and confident. See, oh yes, this channel is still ASMR based. It's just that I do a little bit of different ASMR. I do not do, you know, I'm going to tap on this for an hour type things. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just not my particular thing. However, I will be doing about 1 in 10. I'm going to try a little more classic ASMR, just to try it out. You know, inaudible whispers and tapping, that sort of thing. Oh well, thank you, Robin. X-Men is my absolute favorite. Well, I don't want to brag, but I have outsmarted many foes who are much more powerful than me. So I think I would do okay against Captain Marvel. Of course, not in a straight fight any more than I can beat Rogue in a straight fight. So, Gambit, he has to use his wits. So I appreciate you saying so. Uh, well, I enjoy finding these underrated characters, ones that may not have gotten as much screenplay. Ooh, there is the alarm letting us know that I'm going to have to bring it to an end soon, but not quite yet. I think I go a little longer just because I want to. But I see what you say here. I appreciate what you say. The Walking Dead would be fun as well. I dropped off of The Walking Dead, so I do not know some of the later characters quite as well. Uh, yes, well, I like it if it's. Hey, I know what your superpower is, gamer prodigy. Your superpower is precognition because everyone, there is going to be a Wilson Fisk roleplay. It is already made, it is already ready to go, and you are going to be seeing it very, very soon. What do you think about that? So, that is one that I wanted to do before I put my channel on pause. I had in mind, so I'm glad that they've done even more with this. Um, Mystique would be a very good one to do because, let's face it, I can look like this and do Mystique because Mystique can look like anyone. Now, not that I don't want to, in the future, if my channel takes off a bit and I have a little bit more, support and things like that, I would love to do some costume and some makeup and fun things like that. But these things, they are expensive and it takes time. So we will see. I would love to do them, just so you know. Sometimes I just add a little touch, a little flair, a little prop, it's something. The green screen is a big step for me to be able to get you more into the world as horribly realistic as my guest bedroom is. I think you might like to see a little more fantastic elements. But 3 weeks ago, Soma, well, I am so glad that you like the X-Men because I guarantee you there will be more X-Men role plays. There will definitely be more Gambit. There will be more Nightcrawler. And I think that a certain bald professor will be making a debut in the near future. I thought he was perfectly fine. I did not hate that movie. I did not love that movie, but I did not hate Colin Farrell as Bullseye. I thought he was fine. He played a very intense character, and that was before the superheroes had really embraced the superhero-ness. They had to kind of pull things back a bit. So I thought he was fine. I did not hate him, Callum. Uh, how have I been? Well, I have been very well. I've been extremely busy. What it was, I told this before on the other with my green screen, but it's good to see you again, Pope. It's good to see you too. Um, you never ask someone their age. No, I am 44 years old. I am an old man. I will be 45 in November. I am ancient above all reckoning. I take good care of myself. Now, as far as how I've been extremely busy. I took on a job that left me no free time, and I no longer traveled. What I would do is when I would travel for my old job, I would record and I would edit because I had all night. My family, I was not ignoring them, but it just I could not do it. I could not, and it wasn't fair to y'all. My choice was either to pause the channel and hope I could start it up again, or ghost you. And I did not want to ghost you. I did not want to just leave you hanging and just like, oh, why does he not make any more videos? I wanted to let you know. And so when I came back, I equally wanted to let you know. Um, it definitely fits him because he looks like a devil. So I thought it worked very well for season three. I enjoyed season three of Daredevil quite a bit. Uh, I am glad you are glad to hear the Gambit and the Nightcrawler. You will definitely be hearing some more Nightcrawler, Soma. I promise you that. You are very welcome, Marie. That's a beautiful name, Marie. There's a lot of Maries down in Louisiana, and I appreciate that. I am having a lovely week. Thank you for saying. Exactly, Dwight. I have been the same, where I am enjoying a channel and I'm enjoying it, and suddenly, poof, it goes away. That's why I wanted to make an announcement. It was 8 months ago. Can you believe? Um, well, thank you, Soma. That is what it was. Is I was working these crazy long hours, and how could I come home and I didn't have to work another hour or two, and then tell my family, well, I will be ignoring you for another 2 to 3 hours while I go and record these videos. I just could not do it. What happened? The reason I came back is I just found the balance. I found the balance in my life. I found a little bit extra time, and I just wanted to do it. I really enjoy doing these. I really and truly enjoy doing them. Now, I am trying to find a few different ways to help monetize them a little bit. That is not being greedy or anything like that. That is simply, I simply want to have a little bit extra cash so that I can put it back into it. I would love to make some costumes. That would be so fun to have some costumes to go with these. And, the things like the green screen, I would like to have more special effects and do things like that. But these things take time. This laptop is 3 years old, which getting a little long in the tooth, and it takes longer and longer to edit the videos. So these things are important. Um, yes, I understand. Soma, it is a very specific thing to watch live stream videos. It's often not a family thing. Oh, I thank you, Callum. I'd worked very hard on it. I had thought about it um, a long time before I made it. I thought and I thought about how I wanted to do it, and it was an outward expression of the way I felt, that it was calling me back, that there was something calling me back to do this. And that voice, by the way, it was all of you. It was all of you, because you would post randomly on my old videos and say, I miss you so much. I wish you would come back. And I heard you. I wanted to come back to you. Costumes are fun, you're right. But I really appreciate you saying that, Callum. Where it was not perhaps super high quality, I try to at least have it have good, solid editing. Um, that is the right. The reason that a creator wants to make money is not because I want to buy a fancy car. I want to make money at doing this so that I can do more of them. The more money I make at doing it, the more of them I can make. The more time and effort I can put into it. I can tell my wife, this is what I'm making from it. She say, you go, you do that. Oh, that is so kind of you to say, Gamer Prodigy. I appreciate that. Um, and I appreciate you saying that. I'm going to be doing a few things in the future that will help get more subs and such. Oh, that's okay, Soma. I got the idea. Uh, Spiggy, I actually do have a Patreon, but I have not reactivated yet, which is my fault. My goal is to reactivate it by Friday when the channel goes live officially. Um, It was Soma. It absolutely was. What I was saying there is that those voices that I was hearing, it was partially me wanting to do it, but also partially you all calling me back and saying, come back, do another role play. We want to hear you. We want to see you. And how can I say no to that? To such wonderful and, again, very attractive people such as yourself. Uh, oh, I understand. I understand. I want you all to know I read every single comment that you leave on my site, and as many as I can, I reply to every single one. I miss some. I'm human. I miss some, but I try to reply to every single one that I can. The way I said, come back. Yes, I am glad you like that game of Prodigy. That is when I am going into my deep Cajun accent. When I say, I would like all of you to come back to my channel. It is very difficult, Soma. People who do not make videos, they do not understand. It is hard enough to record anything with audio. I have been doing audio since 2010 is how long I've been making podcasts and such things and making little projects long, long before that. Oh, gamer, I love you too. But just between us, you don't tell anyone, okay? But when you add video, no one understands. Even the most simple video can take an hour to download it to your computer and upload and edit and upload it to YouTube and add the screens at the end and these things. It just takes time. And that is a simple video. The more complicated, it took me quite a while to make that 1 minute video saying that I was coming back because I did want to have it, at least a little bit of editing in there. Yes, I want you all to return to become one of us. Join us. Join us. You've never been on one before? Well, Noah, I'm sorry, Nora, I am glad that you decided to pick me for your first. I am so glad that you decided to join me. Now, yes, I tell you a quick story. When I was young, when I was a young man, my friend, he was actually the video editor. He was very talented. He still is. He still does little video projects. And he and I were editing a video, and it was old school, so it was very slow, no digital, all analog. And one of our other friends was there, and he was watching it being done. And he gets very upset, and he goes, "It it just cannot take this long. It cannot take this long to do it. It just can't." He could not believe that just editing a 2 minute long video would take all night. But sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. Let's see. I'm getting behind in my reading here. Um, well, my favorite Gambit storyline. That is a tough one. Honestly, my favorite Gambit storyline is the original one where he meets Aurora when she is reduced to a young girl size. That is my favorite one. Now, let's see here. Yes, why haven't you done another video? Why haven't you done this? Why haven't you done that? And it's like, well, because I have a job and I have to sleep and I have a child and I have a wife. Oh, Robin, whatever you said, it got redacted. Ooh, how naughty. Maybe say it in a different way. Um, yes, it is very too Dwight. I mean, I want to be on here. I want to create content for you, but sometimes I get very, very busy. Thank you for saying so, La Muerta. I too have incredible respect. You know, you see my videos, they're usually about 10 minutes long, and that is on purpose. It is not because I don't want to do more. I would do longer videos, but it's just time. It's just time. Because by the time I set everything up, I need to record mini videos at once so that I can then edit them later. And otherwise, it would take too long to just record one video. Um, Yes, I believe it. I believe it, Callum. Editing one tiny little video can take hours or days, and even then, you are not satisfied with the results. I am wondering too, Dwight. Oops, sorry, I thought someone was messaging me, but they were not. I am glad that you say so, gamer. You are all going to be seeing a lot of content in the next month from me, just so you know. I cannot promise that volume going forward, but for the next month, starting Friday, you're going to be seeing a lot of content from me. I have been putting in a lot of hours so that you will get a little something special. I am so glad to hear that. That is that is quite a name, ASMR Ataka. I wish I had thought of that name, but I doubt I could pull off what you pull off. That's a great name. Thank you so much for saying so. Well, Kayla, it's dangerous to say such things because now I am committing myself on camera. But my goal is for the next 30 days, 30 days, that I will put out one video per day. One video per day for 30 days. What do you think about that? Now, we all know what life is like. We all know how things go, and I may fail, but I'm going to try. And I already have quite a few done and edited and uploaded. I just uploaded one earlier, and I'm going to try very, very hard to knock a whole bunch out. I am so glad that you like the tricks. I actually am okay at what they call card scaling. Card scaling is where you take the card and you throws it. See how I made the boomerang there? But I can't really show you on here. It wouldn't really show up. It wouldn't look very impressive. But I am just okay at card scaling, to be perfectly honest. My specialty is really more coin magic. Um, that's a good point, Dwight. I certainly hope that you have me running in the background. If you early Christmas, I like that. Yes, I will give you all a wonderful Christmas present. Um, Hopefully not. With as I said in my green screen video, right now my wife is on a glorious trip in Europe, and so I'm hoping to use some of the extra hours this weekend to boom, 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 knock out a whole bunch of videos together and then edit them all and have them up and ready. The real key is to do a whole bunch of videos because if I get the videos recorded, I'll get to them. I'll edit them, but if I don't, it's just doing it. You just have to get it up, set up everything, get the lights up and just hit record and do your best. That is the key I have found. Yes, the live stream will absolutely be up afterwards. You are very correct. Oh my goodness, I am sorry that you have had some storms. I have also had quite a few storms here. There was even a tornado watch, but fortunately nothing came of it. You thought I was a spy, Callum. No, I I do not say my exact jobs, but I was a salesman. It is boring. My day job is boring, so I do not talk of it. But it required a tremendous amount of travel. And so here I am sitting in my room in the hotel. What am I going to do? I'm going to watch TV? Let's do something creative. I was already making podcasts at the time. And when I decided to make the channel, it was just perfect. That's why almost all of my old videos you saw were in hotel rooms, is because that is where I was. That is what I had available to me. And I'm working on some other things. That is why I'm so happy that for a lot of my upcoming videos, not all of them, I will definitely be doing some that will just be the background. But I'm definitely going to be using a lot more green screen because I just think it makes the video look better. I want to have a nice quality for you. I want you all to enjoy what you're seeing. Well, I will tell you, gamer, that I love dogs and cats. I my whole life I've had dogs and cats until the last 3 or 4 years when my cat finally passed away. Uh, I am a dog person. I am absolutely a dog person. We currently own 3 dogs, and you will occasionally hear them in the background. Barkity, barkity, bark. I even incorporated it into one of my videos a while back. Um, I am glad that your town is all right, Soma. I am very glad to hear it. I prefer writing with blue ink um, because I got used to it. I like black ink as well. I like sketching with black ink more, though I do not draw very often anymore. I have not drawn much in the last 3 or 4 years. But red ink is fun as well. But it was this offhand comment that someone made is if you sign something with blue ink, if someone copies it real quick, they usually will use black and white. And That way you always know if it was your signature. Of course, in today's age, someone could easily just scan it in or such, but it always stuck with me. I do still have my beardies. They are in the other room opposite from me. That is Jackie and Fluffy. They are elderly. One of them, I believe, is now 8 years old, but they have been very well cared for. So I do still have my two bearded dragons. You remember the hellhounds? Yes, that is. I take full props for my improvising during that because they just went nuts that day. Um, Robin, I enjoy card tricks as well, but I am not. I have to tell you. Let me see. I have to tell you, I'm not very good at card tricks. I really am better at coin tricks, and I do several other types of magic. I am a children's magician. And the truth is, children don't really like card tricks all that much. They like them okay. I mean, they like it when I make the card disappear and reappear, but you know, exactly, Soma, exactly. That is exactly why I like the green screen. Is because, well, one, the very act of lighting the green screen, it lights me better. It makes me look better. This is not lighting at all. This is just an overhead light. But since I was doing it live, I figured you would forgive me. That is why the screen is grainy, and of course, it's a webcam. So as you can imagine, it's not the best quality. Again, this computer, this laptop is over 3 years old. You do too, Dwight. That's wonderful. Yes, I do, Dwight. I have two bearded dragons, Fluffy and Jackie. We named him Jackie because when we got him, we didn't know if it was a boy or a girl, so we decided to name him Jackie. We could go either way. Um, that's interesting, Mr. Clutch. Well, I will keep doing it. Good night, Kayla. And you, Kayla, you sleep tight and don't let the bedbugs bite. N'est-ce pas? Now, I'm going to have to wrap up in just a minute because I have some evening things that I have to do. But I hope you enjoyed this, everyone. Yes, it is tough having an old laptop, especially if you want to do, I don't know, maybe video editing. You want to do some video editing, and maybe if you're doing a podcast that is an hour long and you record two podcasts at once, and so you're trying to edit four different audio tracks at once, your laptop will get a little angry with you and sometimes will crash, and then you lose everything. I am so glad that you have enjoyed this. There is no sleep, La Muerta. There is only this live stream. You will be here forever and ever and ever. Or for just a few more minutes, either way. Thank you, Soma. Thank you very much. So, I am going to be wrapping up this live stream in just a moment, but I want all of you to get excited. I want all of you to get excited. If you want to do me a favor, if you want to do me a favor, go back and just look at some of the old videos. What that will do is it will get the YouTube juices kind of flowing. They'll be like, oh, people are looking at this. Look at this. And so when my new ones start popping up, it will help a little bit. That will do very good, but only if you want to. No pressure. Um, I have seen some of Jojo. Jojo is a real card magician. I am not a card magician. I know about four card tricks that I could do at the drop of a hat. I really do not do very many card tricks, though I have stacks and stacks of card tricks because every magician has stacks and stacks of card tricks. You definitely should be asleep, gamer. I often get up at 3:30 in the morning to go run, so maybe you could go for a run. No, I'm just kidding. You should go to sleep and get some. Um, I am glad that you think that I'm amazing at the card tricks. I enjoy doing them. So everyone, but really, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I want you all to have a wonderful evening. I want you to sleep well, and I want you to get excited because Friday this channel goes live. Good night, everyone. Good night.